If you're feeling confused about the situation surrounding Roger Williams Medical Center and Fatima Hospital, that's understandable because it's been very complicated for a long time. But I think there were some new developments today that are important to understand, and I think I can boil them down for you in a way people can keep track of. As most of you probably know, these are two safety net hospitals. One's in Providence, one's in North Providence. They have about 2,400 employees, and they're a key part of Round's medical infrastructure. There's a lot of concern if one or both were to close, all the ER visits, people going to the other hospitals, could that be handled? Their owner, Prospect, has not been popular in the state for a long time for how they've managed the hospitals. They went bankrupt a year ago. They filed down in Texas. Meanwhile, an outfit out of Georgia called the Centurion Foundation has been trying for almost 4 years now to buy the two hospitals from Prospect, but they've struggled to get the financing because investors are kind of wary of whether these hospitals are going to be lucrative enough to pay them back the money they're being asked to loan. So this has dragged on for months and months and months. The pressure has been growing on Centurion to kind of fish or cut bait and see if they can get the deal done because the bankruptcy proceeding needs to wrap up down in Texas. State leaders need to know what's going to happen, etc. So earlier this month, January, the Centurion folks wrote to the state and said, we have the money to close the deal if, big if, taxpayers will guarantee $18 million of the money, which would basically be saying if for some reason Centurion can't pay it back down the road, taxpayers would cover it $18 million. What we didn't know until now is what state leaders would do. This afternoon, the governor, the House Speaker, the Attorney General, the Senate President, they're out with a big joint statement saying basically they're going to take two tracks on this situation as they try to keep the hospitals open. On one track, they're going to give Centurion another month to try to get the financing together. They are going to put this legislation in for the $18 million guarantee, which is a strong sign it'll probably pass. We'll see if that's enough for Centurion. But they also seem to want an alternative, a plan B. So they're also they're asking the judge down in Texas to let them seek other potential buyers for the hospitals by mid-February. They would have to say so, and there'll be some legislation related to that too. Now, will either of those tracks work? We just don't know because this has dragged on for a long time, as I said, but it is clear state leaders are very invested at this point in trying to do something to keep these hospitals open, and now we wait to see if any of it's going to work.